What's up, guys? Today is take 2 of patterning the shotguns. Last time I had my buddy Sean out here. He's coming back out again today. We just didn't really have the right setup for it. We forgot the rangefinder and everything else. You know, we want it to be accurate when we're posting these videos. So this is take 2. Everything is going to be recorded off my iPhone here. This is my first attempt, or I guess technically my second, trying to record a patterning video. This isn't something that I'm used to doing, so you know, obviously bear with me a little bit, but hopefully you guys get the idea of what we're shooting for here. We are going to be testing my 12 gauge and 20 gauge, and then Sean actually has 2 12 gauges and a 20. I will explain to you guys here in a minute, you know, what chokes are in those and what ammos we're shooting. We're going to be shooting 2 different types, or 3 different shells through each gauge. So stay tuned for the rest, see how everything patterns, and we'll really take it from here. All right, so I have the Franke and the Rite. The Franke is a 12 gauge, the Rite is a 20. I have a Code Black Duck in the Franke and a Carlson's mid-range in my Rite. Sean has a Rite 20 gauge and 12 gauge. One has a Jebs in it. I think that's the 12 gauge. We have Kent 2.4 and 12 and 20, Big River 6 and 12 and 4s and 20s, and then we have Migra 2 BB for our 12 gauge, and then Apex 3s, I believe, and our 20s. So we'll test them all, let you know beforehand what they are. I think we're going to try some Kent 2.4s and the 12 gauge first, 20 gauge, and we'll see how it patterns. Rite 20 gauge with Rob Roberts, Kent 2.4. We'll see how this patterns. I'm gonna walk you guys straight down there. So that pattern's all over the place. What do you think, Sean?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a dead duck.
Right.
I'm not happy with that pattern though. All right, so same ammo, Kent 2.4s out of my Rite 20 gauge, and I have the Carlson's mid-range choke in mine. Just one cut here, Apex 3s. That's already better. It's a wider overall pattern, but that is better than the Kent. You know, more stuff on paper for sure. I mean, that's a dead duck. He's got quite a bit more here in the center, so we'll see what he thinks. Again, solid pattern. That one. We are now on to Big River 4s and 20 gauges. Man, he wasn't playing around that time. I think that was a pretty darn good pattern. It was a little low.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's definitely a tighter pattern though, that you want to see. It's still a dead duck.
Yeah, like I said, the patterns are better out of this. We just gotta get ourselves on target. I mean, your pattern's almost the same as what I did. Just a skosh this direction. And yep.
Okay, we're on to 12 gauges. We have 2 BB Migra. Sean's got a Rite with a Jebs choke in it. We'll see how this patterns. What he did, but I mean, I think most of his pattern here is going to be off the paper, so not very impressed with that right there. Maybe it's just not fully opened up. So 35 yards.
what I shot that snow goose with last year. Yeah. I don't know what your black duck is comparatively to mine. I mean,
Similar to that mid-range I shoot.
well, I meant my, yeah, that's a great pattern.
Kent 2.4s, back to his retail with the Jeb's choke. So nobody says, you know, anything about how we shot. I'll tell you now, that's a pretty damn good pattern. No man. Sorry, upside down. I think he's going to be happy with that one.
Paper. Super Black Eagle 2, Big River number 6s with Rob Roberts RR2.
He's going to shoot his Black Eagle, and then we're going to shoot his Rite, and then we're going to shoot my Frankie, all with the Super Black Eagle 6s. So, have at her, bud. You guys have seen all of the other patterns we put on here. This is a Super Black Eagle 2. Look how many BBs are on this paper. That is by far the most, probably by far the most in the Target. I'm gonna go through and show you guys all of them in the backs, but I think he's gonna be happy with that.
I mean, and like I said, I at the last second pulled up when I shot.
You guys can hate all you want. You can be a migrant dick sucker all you want, but you ain't getting a better pattern than that any day of the week.
Let's go look. If you'd aimed about an inch lower, and I'd been there.
I actually pulled it a little high too, so
yeah,
that's probably perfect. If I aim about right in here like I normally do. Either way. All right, we're gonna run through all these. We'll start here with 20 gauges. This was Kent's out of the Rite with the Carlson, and then Sean's Rob Roberts. We're gonna show the backs of them as well. So not a bad pattern out of the Kent by any means. A little low. Let's check this one. Still, I mean, those are dead ducks. You know, we're not completely where we want to be on those, but Apex 3s. There's my Rite. I'd probably take that over the Kent so far. The patterns just aren't, you know, they're very spread out. I mean, there's lots on the paper though. Here's where it gets good. Big River 20 gauge with my Rite. Look at that. That's a great pattern. Exactly where I want it to be. Lots on the paper. Let's see about his Rite. Overall great pattern out of those 20 gauges. Let's move on to the 12s. All right, for 12 gauge, we have Kent's. Remember, we're shooting Rite Ace and a Frankie. This is the Rite. Yep. Not a bad pattern. Migra, 2 BBs. First one is going to be his Rite Ace with a Jeb's. The wad, I mean, show them where that happened. The wad hit the paper, so that's not fully opening up before it gets to the 35 yards on those. Those will be great goose shells, probably. Frankie code Black Duck, same ammo, Migra BB, 2 BB. It opened it up a little better out of my choke, like you said. And then big rivers. We'll start with, what are we starting with here, Sean? Super Black Eagle 2. He did pull this one a little high, like you said. We could retest it, but I mean, that's still a dead duck. Look at all that. You're not. Yeah, I mean, even with shooting a little high. Next, we got his Rite Ace with the jebs. This one he put a really good pattern on. Look how many are in this. I mean, we could count those if we wanted to, but we're not going to. That's ridiculous. But look at that pattern. Paper is full. And then last but not least, my Frankie. All of these were tested at 35 yards. You know, the testing speaks for itself. The Big River is definitely putting on the most on paper. Got some of the best patterns that we've seen. So, all right, guys, there is a quick pattern test. This video is probably going to be a little longer because I didn't do any cuts, because people are going to be like, that's not real, you didn't test it at that yardage, whatever, so on and so forth. But we are going to do a little more shooting this afternoon. We got some deer rifles to sight in, but I appreciate you guys watching and tuning in. If you wanted to get any of that Big River ammunition, reach out to him. Ryan is a great guy. I'm sure he will be more than happy to do whatever load you guys are looking for. We actually specifically asked for 6 in the 12 gauges, and then 4s in those 20s, and we are very happy with them. So I can't wait to shoot some Big River this season.